On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Intercultural.
Involving or relating to different cultures or ethnic groups, taking place between two or more cultures.
Examples:
Intercultural communication. Intercultural competence. The intercultural exchange program promotes understanding between students from different countries.
Fascist.
Relating to or supporting fascism, which is a political ideology that emphasizes authoritarian government, nationalism, and suppression of political opposition and individual liberties.
Examples:
Fascist propaganda. Fascist policies. The regime was accused of being fascist for their oppressive tactics.
Christ.
The man that Christians believe is the prophet and the Son of God, and whose life and sermons form the basis for Christianity.
Examples:
Teaching of Christ. Before Christ. Christmas is the day to celebrate the birth of Christ.
Iconography.
The visual images or symbols used in a particular field of study, worship, or art, a system or language of imagery used to represent ideas or concepts.
Examples:
Religious iconography. Digital iconography. The iconography of the logo was immediately recognizable as belonging to the famous brand.
Swastika.
An ancient symbol consisting of a cross with arms bent at right angles, often used by cultures around the world as a symbol of good fortune or well-being, but more recently and unfortunately associated with the Nazi Party and its atrocities during World War II.
Examples:
Swastika symbol. Swastika tattoo. The use of the swastika sign during World War II has forever tarnished its once positive connotations in many cultures.
Crucifix.
A representation of a cross with a figure of Jesus Christ crucified on it, used as an emblem of Christianity or as an aid to devotion. A cross bearing a representation of Christ.
Examples:
Crucifix pendant. Silver crucifix. The crucifix on the wall served as a reminder of their faith.
Jewish.
Of or related to people whose traditional religion is Judaism.
Examples:
Jewish history. Jewish culture. My friend is a Jewish woman who celebrates Hanukkah every year.
Superhero.
A fictional hero who possesses extraordinary powers and abilities and is dedicated to protecting the public.
Examples:
Superhero movies. Superhero comics. Superman is a classic superhero known for his superhuman strength and flying ability.
Descend.
To move downward and lower, to come from or to be connected by a relationship of blood.
Examples:
descend a steep hill, descend by elevator. She was descended from an old Italian noble family.
Omen.
A sign or warning of a future event, often seen as either positive or negative and believed to be an indication of divine power or influence.
Examples:
bad omen, prophetic omen. The alignment of the planets was considered an omen of major changes in people's lives.
Archetype.
A very typical example of a certain person or thing, a recurrent symbol or motif in literature, art, or mythology that represents a universal pattern of human nature.
Examples:
archetype symbol, feminine archetype. The hero's journey is a common archetype in many myths and stories.
Resonate.
To be filled with a deep echoing sound.
Examples:
deeply resonate with the consumers. Resonate in the same frequency. The sound resonates well in this theater.
Storyline.
The central narrative or plot of a story, often involving a series of events or conflicts that move the story forward, the overall structure or arc of a story.
Examples:
follow a storyline. Predictable storyline. The storyline of the movie was predictable, but still entertaining.
Generosity.
The fact or quality of being willing to do kind things, or give somebody money, gifts, or time freely.
Examples:
act of generosity. Boundless generosity. He is remembered for his generosity and civilization.
Foresight.
The ability to anticipate or predict future events or outcomes. The act of planning for the future with wisdom and prudence, an intuitive sense of what is to come.
Examples:
strategic foresight. Foresight planning. With foresight, she made a plan to avoid any potential obstacles.
Atheist.
A person who does not believe in the existence of a god or gods.
Examples:
atheist community. Professed atheist. She was an atheist and did not believe in any form of religion. Backstory. The history and events that occur before the main events of a story, or the history and details of a person or thing that are not widely known.
Examples:
the backstory about this sweet moment. Backstory plot. The backstory of the main character added depth to the story.
Invade.
To enter aggressively into another's territory by military force for conquest and occupation.
Examples:
invade other tissues. Invade his privacy. I have no intention to invade your privacy.
Pass.
No longer fashionable or current, outdated, considered to be old-fashioned or out of date.
Examples:
Passé entertainment. Passé trend. Bell-bottom jeans, once considered passé fashion, have made a surprising comeback in recent years.
Smuggle.
To import or export something or someone without paying appropriate customs duties, often illegally.
Examples:
Smuggle drugs. Smuggle herself out of a country. He was able to smuggle a gun inside the prison.
Enclave.
A distinct portion of territory or a community that is completely surrounded by another territory or community, a small, isolated group or area within a larger community or society.
Examples:
An enclave for foreign residents. Cultural enclave. The university campus is a small enclave of intellectual activity within the bustling city.
Caliphate.
An Islamic state under the leadership of an Islamic steward with the title of caliph.
Examples:
The medieval caliphate. Caliphate lasted for 4 years. During the Caliphate of Umar, many new cities were founded.
Arabic.
The Semitic language of the Arab people, widely spoken throughout the Middle East and North Africa, of or relating to Arab peoples, culture, or language.
Examples:
Arabic cuisine. Arabic language. I'm studying Arabic calligraphy as part of my art class.
Aft.
The opposite of forward, located at or towards the rear or back of a ship, aircraft, or other vehicle.
Examples:
Aft cabin. Aft view. The aft section of the ship suffered significant damage after the collision with the reef.
Writ.
A written legal order or command.
Examples:
A writ of summons. Issue a writ. He was served with a writ of eviction, giving him the notice to vacate the property.
Handwriting.
The particular way in which a person writes, as distinct from printing or typing.
Examples:
Handwriting identification. Handwriting sample. The handwriting on the note was barely legible.
Arthurian.
Relating to King Arthur and the tales and legends associated with him.
Examples:
The Arthurian cycle. Arthurian romances. The Arthurian legends of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table are popular literary motifs.
Proselytize.
To try to convert someone to a new belief or opinion, typically a religious or political one, to advocate or spread a particular doctrine or ideology.
Examples:
Proselytize beliefs. proselytize religion. Some missionaries attempt to proselytize their faith to those who are not interested.
Crevice.
A long narrow depression or opening in a surface of rock or wall.
Examples:
Small crevices. Peep through a crevice. He wedged a knife into the crevice.
Intolerant.
The inability or refusal to accept or respect views, beliefs, or behavior that differ from someone's own, unable to eat food without adverse effects.
Examples:
An intolerant person. Intolerant of criticism. His intolerant attitude towards other cultures made it difficult for him to get along with others.
Accuse.
To charge or criticize someone with a crime or wrongdoing.
Examples:
Accuse his rudeness. Accuse each other. The witness accused the defendant of committing the robbery.
Papal.
Relating to the Pope, equals the head of the Roman Catholic Church, or the Roman Catholic Church.
Examples:
Papal authority. Papal visit. The Papal Palace was a grand and imposing structure.
Preach.
To deliver a religious or moral message to an audience.
Examples:
Preach the gospel. Preach to the masses. The pastor preached about the importance of forgiveness.
Trinity.
The union of three people, especially the Christian doctrine of the three persons in one Godhead, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Examples:
Trinity doctrine. The Blessed Trinity. The Christian doctrine of the Holy Trinity states that there is one God in three persons.
Catholicism.
The faith, doctrines, and practices of the Roman Catholic Church, characterized by belief in the Holy Trinity, the divinity of Jesus Christ, the authority of the Pope, and the sacraments.
Examples:
Catholicism doctrine. Philosophy of Catholicism. The Vatican is the spiritual center of Catholicism and the residence of the Pope.
Yin.
In Chinese philosophy, the feminine or passive principle characterized as darkness and the moon and associated with softness, wetness, and cold.
Examples:
Yin deficiency. Kidney yin. The concept of yin and yang is central to traditional Chinese philosophy.
Yang.
In Chinese philosophy, the masculine or active principle, characterized as light and the sun and associated with hardness, dryness, and heat.
Examples:
The yang principle. Embody yang energy. He saw the balance between the yin and yang as crucial for a harmonious life.
Hegemony.
The dominance or influence of one group, country, or ideology over others, especially in political, economic, or cultural domains.
Examples:
Regional hegemony, corporate hegemony. For decades, the U.S. has been viewed as having economic and military hegemony worldwide.
Merciful.
Having or showing compassion, kindness, or forgiveness towards those who may be deserving of punishment or harm, characterized by leniency or clemency.
Examples:
Merciful gesture, merciful punishment. The merciful judge decided to give the defendant a lighter sentence.
Tagline.
A memorable slogan or catchphrase used in advertising or entertainment to promote a product, cause, or idea, a brief statement or phrase that sums up the essence of something.
Examples:
Advertising tagline, effective tagline. Our marketing team is brainstorming to come up with a new tagline for our product launch.
Confer.
To have a meeting or discussion, to come to a decision or agreement or exchange ideas, to bestow something.
Examples:
Confer degree, confer honor. The leaders of the two countries met to confer on the issue.
Sect.
A group of people who follow a particular religious or philosophical belief system, especially one that is regarded as outside the norm or mainstream.
Examples:
Sect beliefs, secret sect. The minority sect believed in a set of unconventional religious practices.
Afterward.
After the time mentioned.
Examples:
A few years afterward. Go there afterward. We will explain the countermeasure concerning this problem afterward.
Congratulation.
The act of expressing that someone has an occasion for celebration or the expression of pleasure at the success or good fortune of another.
Examples:
Congratulation on a promotion. A matter for congratulation. The congratulations from her friends and family were overwhelming after she won the championship.
Erupt.
Of a volcano, to become active and eject rocks, smoke, etc., to start abruptly and violently.
Examples:
Erupt in anger. Erupt into tears. Battles between whites and blacks erupted immediately.
Flurry.
A sudden and brief burst of activity or emotion, a light snowfall with gusty winds and swirling snowflakes, a rapid or disorganized movement of small objects, such as leaves or petals.
Examples:
Flurry of activity. Flurry of emails. A flurry of snowflakes fell from the sky as we stepped outside.
Posit.
To suggest or accept something as fact or as a basis for argument or consideration.
Examples:
Posit the existence of life after death. Posit the premise. We should posit several hypotheses to discuss the matter.
Beard.
Hair that grows on a man's face, often around the mouth and chin.
Examples:
A black beard. Shave my beard. He grew a thick beard to change his appearance.
Hijab.
A headscarf traditionally worn by Muslim women to cover their hair and neck.
Examples:
Woman's hijab. Hijab garment. Many Muslim women wear a hijab as a symbol of their religious beliefs.
Photocopy.
A duplicate of a document or image made by a process involving the use of light and photosensitive material, a copy made by a photocopier.
Examples:
Photocopy machine. Color photocopy. I need to make a photocopy of this document before I send it out.
Dime.
An American or Canadian coin worth 1/10 of a dollar.
Examples:
Dime store. Behind a dime. He never received a dime, even from the company of a close friend.
Animate.
To make something full of interest and energy.
Examples:
Animate the body. Animate his soul. The positive attitude of the supervisor animated the discussion.
Commando.
A member of a special military unit or elite force specializing in unconventional warfare or covert operations. A style of clothing or undergarments without a waistband or fabric covering the legs.
Examples:
Special Forces Commando. Navy Commando. The fearless commando completed the mission successfully, undetected by the enemy.
Idolize.
To admire or worship someone or something to an excessive degree, to treat someone or something as an idol.
Examples:
Idolize a family member. Idolize their favorite team. Many fans idolize their favorite celebrities and musicians.
Valentine.
A person who is loved or dearly admired, a card or message, typically anonymous, sent on Valentine's Day, February 14th, to a person one loves or is attracted to. Uppercase Valentine, a priest in Rome who was martyred around AD 269.
Examples:
Valentine gift. Valentine's bouquet. She wrote a heartfelt message in the Valentine card for her best friend.
Flirt.
To talk or behave as if sexually attracted to someone, without serious intentions. Noun, a seductive woman who uses her sex appeal to exploit men.
Examples:
Flirt with him. Flirt like a schoolgirl. My husband never flirts with other women.
Interrogate.
To examine someone with questions over a lengthy period of time, especially in an aggressive manner.
Examples:
interrogate an enemy soldier. Interrogated by police. The lawyer spent a considerable time to adequately interrogate the witness.
Upstate.
Relating to or located in the region that is located in the northern part of a state or country, particularly in the United States.
Examples:
Upstate Connecticut. Upstate region. He grew up in a small town in upstate New York.
Orthodox.
Following or conforming to the traditional, normal, or commonly accepted beliefs, ideas, or activities of or relating to Judaism, of or relating to the Eastern Orthodox Church.
Examples:
An orthodox doctrine. Orthodox thought. He challenged the orthodox views on business.
Alarming.
Causing concern or apprehension, causing a feeling of danger, harm, or emergency, unsettling or disturbing.
Examples:
Alarming news. Alarming statistics. The sudden rise in crime rates in our neighborhood is quite alarming.
Addict.
A person who cannot stop using or doing something as a habit, especially something harmful.
Examples:
A drug addict. Internet addict. We have become TV addicts due to video streaming services.
Meddle.
To interfere in someone else's affairs without permission or invitation, to become involved in an activity that is not one's own.
Examples:
Meddle in relationships. Meddle with the evidence. She always tries to meddle in other people's affairs, and it's starting to get annoying.
Reframe.
To reinterpret, rephrase, or redefine an issue, situation, or question in a different way.
Examples:
Reframe resource allocation. Reframe problem. The therapist tried to reframe his negative thoughts.
Resonant.
Tending to reinforce or prolong sound by sympathetic vibration, having a quality that elicits a similar response or feeling.
Examples:
Resonant with the sound. Resonant cavity. The resonant frequency of the guitar string was measured with a tuner.
Amnesty.
A general pardon for crimes, especially political crimes.
Examples:
Grant an amnesty. Amnesty for debt. The government declared amnesty for all political prisoners.
Crossover.
A work or artist that blends elements of different genres, styles, or cultures, A type of vehicle that combines the features of an SUV, sport utility vehicle, and a car, of music, a work that successfully appeals to multiple audiences.
Examples:
Crossover artist. A crossover between a sedan and an SUV. The crossover between country and pop music is becoming increasingly popular.
Innocuous.
Not harmful or dangerous, unlikely to cause injury or damage.
Examples:
Innocuous joke. Innocuous substance. The spider in the corner of the room seemed innocuous, but it made her uneasy.
Misunderstand.
To interpret or understand something in the wrong way.
Examples:
Misunderstand each other. Misunderstand entirely about her. You should not misunderstand the meaning of freedom.
Purposeful.
Having a specific aim or purpose, determined.
Examples:
Purposeful series of actions. At a purposeful pace. She had a purposeful look and was determined to complete the task.